Hello, everyone. Welcome to some Ocarina of Time randomizer late at night. Woo! Thanks for joining us. On commentary today, we have Drew and new IT guy, and they're gonna take it from here. Have fun.
Yo, what's up, night crew? What's up, new IT guy?
What's
Welcome.
going on?
Well, we got another exciting S7 race here. Another game 3, so this one is for everything, for the whole round 1. Whoever wins moves to round 2, whoever loses is out.
Yeah. So it looks like we got some open Deku, 3 trials, free scarecrow, and 3 planted beans. No surprise with any of those minor picks.
Yep, yeah, those seem to be pretty standard. I've seen, like, generally, you're gonna have, like, free scarecrow, 1 chicken, pre-planted beans. Like, that's pretty much all that you get with the minors as far as people are concerned. A lot of the other ones are a little tricky.
One Cucko is the other
one. Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen it banned was by accident when it was, I want to pick this.
Yeah, I have seen that, yeah.
No one wanted shuffle today, so we have an ER dungeon ban and an ER interior ban.
So. I respect it.
Yeah.
Looking at our stats page, we do have a bit of some like skewed stats towards rockchalk's side. I would say these guys are incredibly even though, watching them play in the past. And these guys have been around forever, so they're both very experienced runners and very good at the game. So it's going to be an exciting match.
Yep, but we are getting ready to kick off here in about 7 seconds. And we have a child start. rockchalk wasting no time and immediately going for the Deku Tree play.
Yeah, makes sense. I could definitely see doing some of these other checks and just seeing if you can find something that maybe helps speed up Deku a little bit, like a bomb bag or a slingshot or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not really gonna help you all that much. It's just Deku Tree, first dungeon of the vanilla game. Like, you're not really gonna be struggling too much in there.
No. Rushin's gonna be making his way there too. As soon as he's probably gonna clear out Midos and then head over there.
Yep. And we got a Shadow Trial hint right away. So we do know that once we reach Ganon's Castle, after grabbing the 6 meds, we're gonna have to deal with Shadow Trial. That's gonna be one of our 3 trials here.
Scale in Mido's house.
A little bit interesting to open up our routing a little bit early, but
purple repeat there. We also have a hint that Skull Mask is dead, which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice getting that hint at least relatively early and not just super late. I know there have been plenty of seeds where you reach like the 2-hour mark and you still don't have that hint, and you're like, is something there? Like, do I have to do that blind? Won't be the case here, so.
Yo, Ricky, welcome in.
Welcome in.
How you feeling, man?
Strengthen the Deku Tree.
Early strength, very good to find.
I was gonna comment actually that like a lot of times with these settings, you generally want like a child start or like some way to get to Deku very early on. Um, with that forest mid, it's like we're kind of like you wanted to do Deku, but like you also kind of want to get to
Know
that
what
song
that
as soon as
song?
possible.
Yeah. Another biggie here.
I don't expect us to be in child for too long after Deku. Probably just gonna grab these other two songs as child and be on our way to adult. So what are the trials that you would most like to see?
I mean, personally, I'm a fan of Forest Trial, just because it's kind of fun, you know, getting around on all the fans and stuff. But knowing our luck, it's going to be fire and light, so casinos for strengths and all that good jazz.
Yeah, I would say at least one of them. Forest, in my opinion at least, is probably the trickiest trial to get through. There's definitely a lot of room for error. Like it's an easy enough trial, but definitely the easiest to mess up as well.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing something like maybe like a stone spirit with like a spirit trial required.
That'd be funny.
Just so like you
You
reach
have
the
to
end
have
game,
the
you
mirror.
need the mirror shield. Like we already got that kind of with the shadow trial, and if fire's not required, like you need hammer for that. And
Yeah. You just need at minimum, you can do it with a long and dens, but rockchalk, Noma's that direction. You gotta stab her.
yeah, luckily he did get the second nut, so she did just end up standing up and just kind of taking the third nut, but you kind of got to be facing the boss to do damage.
Ooh. You know what? I'm not gonna complain about that. That's you get a wallet and a full refill for market,
Definitely super convenient.
and you get a med. Well,
Yeah, this is
I mean,
it's definitely got the makings of a quick seed, but we'll have to see.
yeah.
Never ends up that way. But for now, we're cruising.
Yeah, Water Trial's definitely interesting. It's got some neat tech in it with the hammering through solid objects to hit the switch, to not have to use blue fire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have just blue fire arrows just turned on, make it all the easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, water trial is another funny one, adding like another weird little item requirement with the bottle.
Right.
As well as hammer, which is it's like a lot of like when you think about it, it doesn't make too much sense, but like
yeah, it's weird needing hammer for a water trial.
Yeah.
And yes, you do need hammer for water.
Yeah, just hammer, bottle, and lights. That's the only thing you need for that trial.
Yeah, there is a rusted switch behind red ice that you can hammer through the red ice at a. I think that's a Prelude of Light on OOT.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's Prelude on something.
Yeah.
I believe you're correct, yeah. 30 skulls dead.
Dead. More money.
I'm not sure whether it's like Russian's early routing through Kokiri or if it's like the Goma fight or what, but it looks like Rushin is kind of pulling an early lead here. Not by a whole lot, but we are going to see an Ocarina of Memory game from both runners. I have seen some people skip this in races recently, which is a little spooky to me.
No. Never skip this because it's always it always bites you if you don't do it.
Yeah, that's
In
the
this
thing with
case, it
OoTR.
doesn't bite you.
But if they didn't do it, it would have had an item. But since they're
Right.
both doing it, it's safe.
Yep. Last location, the important item. Not so much highly in capitalism as poor programming. Because it pays you first and then deducts the money out. Which I always thought was kind of dumb.
Yeah, it can definitely suck sometimes.
Alright, Wolfie boy. And you're dead.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, pretty much just going to be picking up these two songs and seeing what we end up with before going adult, but we will want to be going adult pretty much as soon as possible. We got a Lost Woods Foolish. Maybe it would have been smart to skip that that Ocarina of Memory game for once, but
Yeah, but at least you're not going to go back for any of the bomb lock checks or anything like that.
yeah.
So, could be worse.
And of course, from this position, you can assume that your opponent has done the exact same thing you've done up to this point, so...
Shadow Trial reprint, or rehint.
Yep, so... No new info, other than the Lost Woods Foolish, which we already did everything we could. So yeah, we will be making immediate use of this Serenade and the Owl in order to get to Lon Lon Ranch as quick as possible. Pretty handy
Budget
song.
prelude.
Yep, exactly. Especially when we're not going to be getting Prelude this seed.
Yep. But Mom, I want Prelude. No, we have Prelude at home. It's fine. Alright. You're gonna go wrangle some chickens.
But man, Song of Time and Serenade, that's a pretty sad spot to be in for songs right now.
Yep. There's one. There's two. Alright, Talon, what do you got for us? Not a...
Okay, rockchalk, just gonna touch every chicken in this whole building a few times over. There he is. And I think he might have actually touched every chicken, so that's some exciting stuff.
Ooh. That gave us some checks.
Yeah, Song of Storm is
Early storms.
definitely one of our more powerful songs. So yeah, that will be unlocking bottom of the well for us later on in the seed. I can't imagine we're going to be doing that anytime soon, but something to think about later on. We do have a strength 2 in the silo. Early strength 2, pretty interesting.
Yeah, a little concerning, but with trials on, I mean, I'm not going to complain about another strength.
Yeah, can't wait to see that Lon path to the tower later.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be a path to tower. That's a pretty free strength. We're probably going to have a different one that's buried somewhere deeper in the seed if it's a path to tower.
Well, path to tower, I mean, if light or fire trial is required, any of the strengths can just take the hint because you need all 3.
Okay. Crazy, we have not gotten a path hint yet. This is kind of wild.
Yep.
Strength 2 with no paths yet.
And thankfully, we are coming up on a bunch of hints very soon, but... Of course, we have the classic green hand on the Link sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Link is very sick. Somebody send help.
Yeah. Strength 2 was in the Lon Ranch back silo. Or whatever that building's called. Light trial. Ooh, hey, strength 3. How you doing?
Interesting. That's probably one of like the less interesting trials, but the strength 3 requirement makes it kind of janky a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Richard, you have a heart. That was, I think, Lon Demorpha.
Okay, interesting. And Burning Cack has ZL. Those are two pretty
Correct me if
interesting
I'm wrong
hints.
on that, chat. Well, actually, we're going to get reset here. Yeah, Lon Demorpha.
Okay, cool. So either the storms or the second strength. Of course, if that strength is path, then both of the current strengths have to be path because they're both on the same sphere. But I would say it's most likely the storms, but impossible to say at this point.
Fire, Moxie. Because they're the 3 biggest pains.
I'm excited to see what this pedestal says. We will have to get the water med to get our ZL.
Deku.
DC.
DC.
Okay.
Well, no loss there.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, you're gonna do DC anyway.
DC Jabu Water Forest for our last meds. And we are going on a song chain here.
That means we have a Stone, Fire, Spirit, and Shadow.
Which
I
is
don't like
funny.
those words.
Because stone fire, but like shadow trials on means we need the hammer anyway.
Those are hurtful words that should never be said ever again.
Yeah. And we got a bow on top of Crater. That's pretty good.
That's a Sphere Zero bow.
Not sure where Rushin is off to. I guess going to river and just gonna go down river to CAC. We're gonna get this grotto out of the way. Rushin has been pretty thorough in his clears so far.
Mm-hmm.
Rockchalk making it into the trail. Not even close.
Kakariko Baronade. Okay. Good
I guess Rockchalk did see something in the wall. I thought it was a nut. Oh, it's a gold scale. Okay. Cool.
Scale 2 is in DMC side.
GTG, path to the tower. So far, that can be either for the hammer or the strength 3.
Mm-hmm.
Fire temple is foolish, so foolish fire, hammer required. Very funny.
Mm-hmm. Could be
or lights or magic, yeah.
For path to tower, it's probably hidden. It's probably strength 2 locked in GTG. Would be my guess. Whatever.
I mean, it could be any check, but
unless it's light arrows, then it's automatically, no matter where it is, it's path.
yeah, I mean, it's the same with strength 3, right? Like, no matter where it is, it's path. They're all path.
Ice arrow chest is dead.
I guess it's not in that chest then.
We got irons from Link the Goron.
Get out of here, irons. We already have gold scale.
Well, water's required. I'd rather do water with irons than gold scale water. Alright, strength 2 through the maze. Yep. One on the left side. Biggie on the right. Bomb bag!
Bomb bag, wow. This is very linear.
Did that just say Deku to tower?
Yeah.
Strength.
Strength. Wallet, but definitely, I mean, the strength is already past the tower, so.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a wallet. Well.
Nah, it shouldn't be. Unless, like.
For second wallet for a strength on central pillar. That's about the only.
Yeah.
The only way that works. Slingshot. Cool.
Most likely just gonna be the strength, considering none of our dungeons even require more than one strength, and we did find more than one in the first sphere, so. Got some eye drops in the windmill.
The bigger on hint, yeah, that's good.
And we're in DC. So on Rockchalk's first visit to CAC, he's going to be able to pick up the ZL on Burning CAC, which is pretty nice. Routing is working out pretty well for him.
Yeah, we're gonna get 40 and 50 hints. 40 or 50's dead. 40 is the what?
Goron Tunic. So
Okay. That's
not too exciting.
Oh, we have a wallet. We can buy one. Dead. Dead. Everything's dead.
DC hint was a copy of the 30 hint, so I think.
I missed that song chain. So Minuet was at Prelude to Bolero at Minuet.
Yep, and then that led to Epona's song in the crater.
That's what I figured it had to be, but I'm gonna check. Oh wait, that's crazy. Okay, there we go. Bo was on Volcano Top with pre-planted beans.
Yep.
Pick a big one over there. But there's a big one. Vanilla bomb bag. Show me vanilla bomb bag.
Got a bottle. Nice little side hop there from Rockchalk, landing right on the mouth, stopping his momentum with the bow. So pretty
Opponent was on
nice stuff.
Bolero check. Yeah, Rushin definitely not wanting to use, not wanting to warp out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I wonder if he's forgetting that it's pre-planted beans, and just thinking like, if I play Bolero, I'm stuck there.
Well, it's not playing Bolero. If he plays Bolero, he has 1 second once he gets out of there to deliver the eye drops.
That is not true. The timer doesn't get reset if it's like, if eye drops is the first item that you find, then warping doesn't set the timer to 0.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only if you've like done the trade quest up to that point. So
Shit. Making it rain.
that is going to be a King Dodongo kill on the other side. Only finding a bottle in here, so not super interesting, but that will give Rockchalk his Zelda's Lullaby, which can be super impactful. Kind of wondering where we go from here, though. He's not going to really find too much in CAC unless we got something on like CAC Archery or in the Composer's Grave. I think like looking at the Lon Lon path, your next play might be working towards the well. But we'll have to see what he cooks up here.
How's it going? We didn't get to see this. Just small.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, we will see a few more CAC checks that we didn't get to see, like adult archery now.
Yep.
Or, oh, we're gonna see the whole CAC loop now. Pono's was on Crater.
Yeah, at this point, walking into Crater, the only reason I can think that you wouldn't have played Bolero is just forgetting that the bean is planted there. Especially once he sees this bow up here, we'll know if he doesn't just make an immediate run for it.
I think you mispeaked that.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get a look as he's climbing. The bow is really hard to see up there.
Yes, it is. Uh-oh. I saw the words "don't know" on his mouth there. Oh, whoa. That is a boomerang on Biggeron turn-in.
Okay, interesting.
That's our path hint. So Cacta Baronade is for eye drops.
Interesting.
For claim check. For boomerang. Lord Banana. Oh. Shouldn't you forgot your bow?
And nothing on CAC Archery, so Rushin not going to be missing out on any of these CAC chests, but he will be missing out on that bow, which is a little bit scary.
Maybe playing Epona's song, or not Epona's song, Bolero to get Epona's will, he'll take another look at that and be like, holy crap, there's a bow there.
Yeah, I think the fact that you don't know what's up there, like, when he goes to get the song, he's gonna see the bean there and be like, oh, yeah, right.
We might as well just take it up, figure out if whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, I've found that the best place to see anything is by the pad, just a little bit further up is probably the best angle to see anything on there at. Trying to look from above, it's hard to see if it's not something that's shiny.
Yeah, it's nice when you get, like, a good view with, like, the sky as the backdrop, because then you actually get some light up there and actually see a silhouette of an item instead of just some pixels in some weird smoke.
Nothing in the TARDIS today. I mean, Rang is important, but Rockchalk will check it once when he finds a bigger on hit, or turn it in at least.
Yeah, either
It's
that
not really
or like
locking anything. It's not a huge bottleneck in the scene.
I think like right now he has eye drops and he knows if he save warps back to Temple of Time, it's gonna reset. So I think it's likely that he's just gonna turn it in before he goes child, at least. Because you don't want to lose the eye drops and open yourself up to a potential trade quest. It's pretty bad play in my opinion. May as well just check it blind, even if it's a little bit costly in terms of time.
Yeah. Well, I think the hint for it's in the grotto right outside of it, right?
Yeah. And this will be the last of our easy songs here in this adult segment.
ZL was on Burning Cack.
And it's gonna be Saria's song, so nothing too crazy here. I guess something rockchalk could do from this position is reverse to GTG. There is a Kokiri sword up there in the arch, which is kind of funny. It's free Deku, so we don't really need that logically for anything. But it can be useful to have. I don't know if I'd expect him to pick it up here. Sun Song here in the Colossus. And a small chest on the hand. Rockchalk does not want to die here. If he dies here, it's very, very bad for him. Because those eye drops will revert.
Yep, they will.
But he's being very mindful. He will get a full heal here in the Fairy Fountain. But that
It wouldn't
death
matter.
could have cost him a ton of time. It definitely would have mattered a lot.
No, it wouldn't. He's got a fairy in a bottle. He wouldn't.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He would have just eaten the fairy.
So yeah, I would think possibly the fact that he's turning this in right away. He's probably thinking of going child at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look. I need to turn these on. Banana for you.
So it's nice to see that neither of our runners are going to be missing out on a whole lot going through this adult section. Rushin still needs to pick up that bow, but he hasn't gone back for opponent's song yet, so he still has the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, and probably see the scale in the sidewall, but I don't know if that's enough to pick it up. especially with irons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess if our hook shot's on lab dive, that might be important.
Could be, could be.
All right. Well, this is the more important check. Sir? Oh. Never mind. I understood what he was doing. He was resetting.
Oh.
I was like, you are at Bolero. What are you doing? He's resetting the bean.
Yep.
Point.
So I saw a question in the chat about the paths and the order and how they work and stuff. Anything that's path to tower will not be a required item to beat a medallion dungeon.
Yes.
So whatever item is hinted in GTG is not going to be required to beat any of our medallions. There can be other items in there that are required for the medallions, but that item specifically that's hinted is not going to be.
Mm-hmm. Rushin may be forgetting to pick up a Pona song. Yep, it could be strength 3, could be lights, could be a mirror shield if it's turned on, spirit trials turned on. We haven't seen what the last trial is. And we have a stone spirit, so if stone spirit's not required, it could be a mirror shield. Holy, yeah, it could even be magic in this scene because shadows of stone. It's not required. Could be fire arrows if that's our only fire source.
Water temple also path to the tower. I'm not sure if we saw that one.
Nope, we did not. I
That's
don't have it.
That's some good info. We got to go there anyway, so definitely be picking up whatever we need there. Of course, as we covered earlier, there are a lot of items that are only required for our trials in this seed.
Yep. Yep, we have tower paths this seed because trials are turned on. Kamen Rider, you haven't missed a whole lot. We had an open Deku, which had a strength. Lon with another strength, a free bow, free irons, free boomerang, basically. I mean, so far the seeds handed everything to us. ZL was behind Deku into DC completion, so nothing too crazy there.
Yeah, it's kind of the ideal situation as far as like Burning Cag ZL go. It's just the two easiest dungeons to clear.
Hey,
And another bomb bag on 10.
more explosives.
It looks like Rushin's making his way over to the well also, so pretty straightforward seed so far in terms of decision making. I think this is exactly what I would be doing. There's our last bomb bag, so we got all three now. All three on Sphere 0 locations, I believe.
Or
no, the bomb bag was
with the bottle
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of them's fair one locked, but yeah.
Or no, it was behind strength 2.
Yeah, strength 2 for the boulders in the maze.
I would call 10 Skull Sphere 0 because it's literally Sphere 0.
Oh, okay. Dompe digging definitely Sphere 0.
Yeah.
So, no path to DC, obviously. Yeah. So when we're talking about spheres, we're talking about the number of items that are required that lock a check. Yeah. I'm not saying it's Sphere 0 because you need skulls. I just didn't remember how many were in Logic without a projectile or a bottle.
Yeah, it's like one of those pieces of trivia that doesn't come up super often. But yeah, we got a letter, so we're going to be doing Jabu in this child segment. The seed continues to spoon feed us. That's also potentially Path to Morpho. But we'll have to see how that shakes out. There's still a lot of checks here in the well, so...
Yep. Shadow, Spirit, and Fire are stones, and Fire is what you call it?
Foolish.
Foolish, yeah. Oh, another one.
Magic, okay. So that's one less item that can be in one of our Path to Towers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're basically looking at like Lights, Hammer, Strength 3 for the Paths to Tower, and we have 2 of them, so... like 2 of the paths, I mean. 2 of the hints. We have another big chest, probably a hookshot.
Emotional
we
supports
got a
fish.
So we don't even need to collect a fish to get into Jabu. We're just able to go straight
Here
in
you
there.
go. Hello, Jabu, my old friend.
Yeah, with the scale and Serenade, like we're gonna be in Jabu immediately.
Mm-hmm. I forgot. Where did we get the fairy bottle from?
The fairy bottle was the bomb bag chest, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as far as experience between these two runners goes, I think rockchalk has been playing since around season 3, and Rushin played around season 2. So like these guys have been around for ever. Of course, we are in season 7 now, so it's been a long, long time. We have done, I believe it's been almost like a season every year, except I believe season 1 and season 2 were only half a year apart. Looks like rockchalk is opting to clean out the lake on his way to Jabu.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely in jets like this that you don't want to be the guy who missed out on the one item that made it a jet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rockchalk definitely wants some redemption after race 2.
What was it that happened in race 2 exactly?
Miscounted keys in spirit, and
Oh, yeah, I did read that.
checked the wrong check in child spirit, so he missed long shot.
Yeah, I think he lit the torches and saw there was an item there, and he thought the bridge check had to be a key.
Yeah.
Because he had miscounted, yeah. And we do have hover boots in child fishing, so those can be
a
little useful. Of course, with the long shot that's required to get to Ganon's, and those hover boots, we'll be able to make our way through Shadow Trial, so...
Mm-hmm.
At least traverse our way through. Still need Hammer to beat it, but... Hopefully that'll just be in one of our Path to Tower locations. And yeah, that should remove, actually, the fire arrows from baits for Path to Tower, because crossing, or like traversing Shadow Trial with long shot and hovers is entirely in logic.
Mm-hmm.
And Spirit Trial's not on, so... Or... Do we have that information? I think we've only seen that Shadow and Light are required.
Yeah, that's a hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
We've only seen those two turned on. We don't know what the last one is.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't even think about the fact that we had only seen 2. So it would be kind of funny if Spirit Trial is required, and logically we need like fire arrows and mirror shield.
I called fire earlier, so I'm sticking by my bet.
All right.
I'm 2 for 3 so far, so we'll just stay with the bet.
Yeah.
Oop, got a biggie in the waterfall.
Let's go.
Hey.
That is our hook shot that we had no information about, so... That's interesting. We know the other hookshot has to be locked by storms in some
Yep.
capacity. So that's super interesting to see.
Yeah, we could have second hook in Jabu.
Yeah.
Or fountain in some way, or ice.
Yeah, I mean, with the way the seed has gone so far, most likely just gonna be here in Jabu, but we'll have to see. Yeah, Rushin did skip the hovers. I think I would have skipped the hovers too in this scene. It's a little tricky. Like, fishing is like just far enough out of the way that I would imagine a lot of players would be split on that decision to do it or not. But he won't be missing out on the hook shot here, thankfully.
I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, these are some of those checks that, like, with how Jet this has been, like, maybe you just opt to skip these two, especially since he skipped fishing, but I think maybe just made a split decision to do these checks and it ended up paying off, so he's looking a little relieved. Or very relieved, actually, but...
Yeah, you follow clear your path, but we don't have a path to Zora's domain. At least not one yet.
Russian getting an unfortunate fish drop there. Not going to be close enough to trigger the cutscene. Rockchalk not finding anything on these first two checks in Jabu. It's funny looking at like the color differences between different platforms. Like Russian's Jabu definitely looks a little sickly.
Right.
Kind of got this gross brownish color. Like, you can tell this guy needs help.
What are you meaning by as far as required goes? If you're talking about the seed, we need whatever is required to get the 6 medallions to spawn the bridge to get to Ganon. I am not sure what Baronade's title is. That looks right.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Parasitic amoeba. Bioelectric anemone.
All
Okay.
right. I believe that too. If you said electrical fish thing, I'd believe that was the correct title also.
Spinny jellyfish man. I don't know. I don't want to jinx anything yet with rockchalk coming up on the box skip, but both these runners making pretty quick work of Jabu here. Looks like he will be nailing that skip. Secretly, I did want him to fail it so we get a little more content, because the seed is looking a little short. But, we're in here.
Rockchalk getting a very clean Baronade fight.
Yep, clean Baronade. Always love to see a clean Baronade fight.
Yeah.
And we got a
And
lens
a
here.
lens for the Dead Treasure Tusk game.
You know, maybe we'll have to dip into Shadow real quick at some point. And of course, he's going to be opting to do this fairy fountain. We know there is a long shot somewhere behind storms, and this whole area is behind storms, so definitely worth checking out, seeing if you can pull a long shot before you have to either check Frogs 1 or come back here as an adult.
Shoot the Sean is choose. So not useless, but not grabbing them either.
And I'm guessing rockchalk's just taking this way to get back down to the frog's one check. I think as far as like items, with the long shot already being hinted and being like the last thing we need from Medallion Dungeons, like anything else, we're basically just going to be looking at our paths to the tower.
Right.
Like you just kind of want to find this long shot, and then you're pretty much just set to get into cannons and start thinking about these tower paths instead. And if your long shot is sitting here on Frogs 1, you definitely don't want to go adult without it.
Hey, Hyper. The seat's kind of jetty. And now I've cursed it. Oh no.
No.
We're just gonna get some content percent now. Yay. Oh yeah, we missed it. A happy 1 hour. Make sure to give our runners a follow. Rockchalk and Rushin Assassin. Tracking for us today is Baseball and Blue Roses. Co-com with me is Drew. I'm new IT guy, and restreaming it for us is also Baseball.
Yep, of course. And thank you to my co-com, new IT guy. And thanks for everybody for being here so late at night. It's nice we got this going. Got the night squad out.
Zooter After Dark. We don't talk about the old IT guy.
Oh no.
There's a non-disclosure agreement about it.
Not sure I feel safe here with you anymore.
No, if you ever hit my Discord name, I have like a note on there that says, "Don't ask what happened to the old IT guy. You don't want to know." Yeah. But isn't that what NDAs are for? They're meant to be broken, right?
So with these few checks skipped by Rushin, he is going to be making it back to adult first. But of course he is missing out on his hover boots, which could kick him in the ass a little bit later, but we're going to have to see. But he will be heading straight into Forest Temple. I would imagine we're going to see Ice Cavern immediately after this. So
Hovers were on child fishing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Russian's taking a nap right now, so
Yeah, this is dangerous having
rockchalk also going here.
Having a double forest this late at night. It's not good for viewership. If you're gonna fall asleep, at least do it with the stream open.
Right. I mean, this is a play.
Yep. I mean, we've got to do it. It's on the way to Ice Cavern, which we're gonna be doing if we're following the paths, so may as well get this out of the way. We still have some unhinted items, so. At least one unhinted item, but potentially a couple more depending on what our last trial is. So does anybody actually know what the JS in rockchalk JS stands for? Is that like jump slash or? Probably not jump slash, but I always think jump slash when I see it. Just slash JavaScript. Okay, alright. Just saying. I like that. We could ask. It's probably not an answer, but
yeah.
Jet Seed.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time I hear rockchalk, I just think KU, but that's just me.
Is that like a Paper Mario thing?
No, University of Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Jayhawks.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was supposed to be a KU reference, but
It might be, honestly. I have no idea where rockchalk's from exactly, but
if it is a University of Kansas thing by college logic, he's my mortal enemy. But
right.
Yeah. John Stamos. I think that wins. I think it is John Stamos.
Yeah, we could probably just stick with that.
Yeah, they are both roughly on the same paths. Just a few different checks here and there is the difference in items. So. Oh yeah. Oh, that would make sense. The J and the S and Jayhawks. Yeah, I mean the hovers are going to be required anyway for Shadow, or for Shadow Trial.
Yeah, they're at least going to be useful if we don't pick up fire arrows somewhere along the way. Dins would work as well. It's just quite a bit slower. Pyra, I'm with you, but I'm never gonna be able to convince anybody that Forest is exciting, so I'd stop trying a long time ago. Yeah, with these hover boots, rockchalk has been able to take a little bit of a better route here through Forest Temple, so hover boots already paying off. It looks like coming back into this twisted hallway, the runners are going to be almost neck and neck with Rushin just a little bit behind, which is interesting when you consider that Rushin was ahead coming in, but those hover boots really make the difference.
Was Rushin? I thought rockchalk was in here before Rushin was.
No, Rushin was definitely in here quite a bit before.
Oh, yeah, right. Yep, you're right.
We do have a big chest. What's it gonna be? Not long shot, but
A bow.
another bow. Exciting.
A very bow-locked bow.
Man, I really want to know what this last trial is, but like, the seed might be so quick that we just won't know until we get there.
The really sucky thing's gonna be when we get there and it's spirit trial. I mean, I think that's really the only one that can really screw the runners over at this point. I mean, if it's fire, you have to have strength 3 anyway to get into light trial, so we're gonna already have that.
Yeah, Forest does have a fire source requirement, which we haven't seen yet, but we still have 2 paths to tower, so maybe it would pop up, but then it just opens the door to something else being missing.
Light and shadow have been the ones that are confirmed on. Husky, where it always is. Let's see. Rockchalk fighting Amy.
Yeah, it's probably the first thing in this whole forest temple that was like didn't go completely perfectly. This has been a very clean forest temple from both runners.
Fighting the Meg now. Hi, Meg. Fast block pushing base. So nice.
Yeah, definitely one of the most welcome changes that has come in the past year.
I think Hook's a little faster.
I would have to think the bow is faster, but not by much. These balls are not quite cooperating over on rockchalk's side.
That was a really trolly Phantom Ganon.
Yeah. It's kind of sad when that happens. You don't like really have any control over where the ball goes. Oh, light arrow's on the way, so that's not going to be on one of our paths to the tower. Rushin getting a nice knockdown out of the air using the frames where Phantom Ganon spins his staff. But gonna be getting this troll phase at the end. As expected, rockchalk gonna be making his way to ice to go grab his long shot or whatever's leading to his long shot. You know, something in there has to lock the long shot.
Hey, look, light arrows.
Whoa. Oh, we don't want to see a Nocturne. We don't want to see a Dins. I mean, maybe we do. The runners don't.
Well, I mean, it's an ice. We know where it's at. I mean, it's definitely behind storms.
Yeah.
Zone Shadow usually finds a way.
Like, I think if you're hoping for a close race, you definitely don't want to see that for Rushin. Rushin opting not to follow the Morpha path.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna go straight to GTG, I would assume, which is also path to tower. So we will be finding something in there that's required. It may maybe give us a little bit of insight into what this third trial is, although most likely it's not going to give us any information at all.
That's a heart piece. On the bottom of the fountain. The adult fishing here.
Yeah, we do have a big chest.
Mm-hmm.
No, no Dinser mirror. Come on, guys.
Look at that.
This is straight up as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from rockchalk's perspective, depending on this last trial, like the only things you're missing potentially are going to be the hammer and the strength 3. And with 2 outstanding paths to the tower, you definitely just rush into Ganon's and just kind of see what you're working with at this point.
Mm-hmm.
No need for hints or anything like that. You're just running.
Right.
And we do have big key on the cracked wall, so taking the correct path here, not going to compass. But we do still need to pull an item out of here, so
Mm-hmm.
knowing this seed, it's gonna be not right here actually, but I was gonna say it's gonna be right here. I mean, if the item is on compass, then the compass gamers are definitely winning this one, but
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think you go compass first if you're looking for items.
generally, yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh, look. Good boss key. Biggie and Southern Remote.
Okay, that could be interesting. From Rushin's perspective, without those hovers, he does logically need that.
Mm-hmm.
But it also could be required if we have a forest trial.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty nice pickup. Definitely gives him a little bit of safety.
Right.
No item here on compass, so...
Amarox has a big chest.
Interesting. Rushin definitely going to be hoping to pull the hammer out of GTG here. So we can check that on the way out.
Boss key chest have for us? Nothing. Ah, yes, central pillar. We don't know what our third trial is.
Yeah, we will know pretty shortly.
Mm-hmm. Rockchalk needs another strength at minimum.
Yeah, he needs like another strengthened hammer at least. But he does have 2 unresolved paths to tower.
Right.
But we don't know what the third trial is, so not exactly sure.
Mm-hmm. All smalls.
Is that a VC crash on Russian
Yep.
side? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep. VC crash.
So hopefully he saved recently, but due to the FPA that we have in place, or the Fair Play Agreement, rockchalk will be paused here to give Rushin an opportunity to catch up. So he will have 15 minutes to kind of go over
Yeah.
what he's done
He
already.
he didn't. If you check the chat, he didn't. He's pretty far behind. If you look at the
Yikes, yeah.
yeah.
He hasn't been to domain or anything at all. It doesn't have letter.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's
it hasn't even been
pretty
to
well.
pre-forest temple.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks like he will be deciding to take a forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
From our perspective, at least, like, if we are as close to go mode as we're thinking we are, it was kind of looking like rockchalk had a bit of a lead. It's pretty, yeah, I would say it's too early to tell. Like, we don't really know how the rest of the seed was going to shake out as of right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, definitely not how you want to see a race like this go down, especially at game 3. So I think any second now we're going to see rockchalk be on his way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of get to see how the rest of the seed was going to shake out. He will still need to finish the seed in order to get the win for this round. I still am curious about what this last trial is going to be.
Yep. Where was Long Shot? Long Shot was in the map chest in ice. Or is that compass? I forget which one. Big one in the room. Yep. Yep. Long shot was in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, definitely very easy path to work out. We are seeing rockchalk continue on. I'd imagine this is the item we're looking for. And it's going to be our strength 3, so... The fact that that's like a straightforward path to one of the trials that we already know gives us a little bit of confidence that we are close to go mode.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we did not see what the path in GTG was.
Yeah, I think the only things that could be there that we don't want to see are going to be mirror shield or fire arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Fire arrows definitely would be the worst because they're not even necessarily required. They would only be hinted for spirit trial, which you can kind of just get around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going straight to GGG is pretty ballsy, especially when like your victory is already assured. I think he's just trying to get over this as quick as possible, or just play it as you would normally in the 1v1. I would definitely not be walking again, it's just to confirm. Yeah, this is definitely just like a 1v1 mindset sort of play, where like if you could potentially be in go mode, you just play as if you are in go mode. So I'm wondering if rockchalk's gonna take a little bit of a different route here through GTG. I know Rushin did opt to just go straight to the left side. Maybe rockchalk taking the right side. Considering you have like Song of Time and hookshot and everything, like it's a lot more just straight up checks right away. And when you're only looking for one item, potentially, it's typically like expected that you're gonna find your item faster if you do things this way. You also do get a little bit of information on the maze, which is always nice. And it did kind of look like a hammer up there, but it could have been a small key. Only saw a little glimpse of something silver. You okay there? You sound like you're falling asleep.
No, I'm wide awake still. Oh, there's a biggie.
Alrighty, hopefully this is just our item and we get out of here. And we do have a hammer. So yeah, the fact that our two paths were the two items that we know we need definitely makes me pretty confident that we're probably in go mode here. And honestly, anything else that we could need could end up just being in the tower, so. Alright, moment of truth. Is it over, or do we still have some checks to do?
We don't know if he's in go mode yet, because we don't know what the last trial is. It's water.
It's water trial, so we are in go mode. Good stuff. So yeah, I think with that confirmed, this was definitely rockchalk's race. He will need 2 keys to clear the light trial here. Definitely worth checking out, but I... Ooh, okay, maybe both keys will just be vanilla.
One key. Oh.
And we do get 2 vanilla keys, so... Pretty funny. I definitely would have saved light trial for last, but yeah, 2 vanilla keys. I mean, the odds are they were gonna likely be in there anyway. I mean, I guess it's like a 50-50 or something. But it worked out for him. Which is nice, because now you get to do water trial last, which sets up your equips for the final fight.
Who needs a fire source?
Rockchalk setting up with his final equip of the game. And I can't imagine he's going to have too much trouble here with the water trial.
So, imagine an hour and a half ago when we were talking about water trial possibly being turned on. This is the check I was this was the thing I was referring to about the hammer.
Rockchalk trying to hover up there, you cannot do that.
There we go. And then the right side and smacky.
Honestly, the hardest part of water trial is not getting trolled by that camera change. And with the barrier dispelled, we are just a short climb and a couple fights away from the end. This was truly a Trials jet seed. We can definitely say it at this point.
This might even be sub 2.
I think it will be sub 2.
Yeah, barely, but this looks like sub 2. I don't know the last time I've seen a sub 2 season 7 seed.
Yeah, especially with Trials on. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Open Deku did save a lot of time, but the Kokiri sword was on the arch, so with pre-planted beans, I mean, it did save some time, but not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
ooh, okay. Ooh. He still has that fairy from the beginning of the seed, so he could get trolled here.
He's trolling us.
No, okay, we're good. Sometimes the Iron Knuckles can just destroy you coming out of like the fairy cutscene. I think they can do upwards of like 20 hearts of damage in a swing after the fairy cutscene, which is ridiculous. But he's not getting trolled here, so...
Alright. You'll never find my light arrows in the forest temple, where I always put them.
Yeah, he just like gave them to like his phantom or whatever, just hoping he would be able to guard them, but not quite. We had to go there anyway, so sorry.
Oh, not getting the stun lock quite.
Ganondorf gonna be a little bit mean with some ground punches here. You can like make him not do that by kind of moving towards the edges. Like if he were to scoot a little bit left, it would be less likely that Ganondorf would punch the ground here.
Defeating the evil king with the most broken item in the game, the bottle.
And we will be moving on to the Ganon fight. Rockchalk in chat trash talking our runner here, saying he's bad at the Ganondorf fight. I have to agree. I have to agree. It's so funny when you carry hammer into this cutscene and it like it like smacks the hammer but the master sword flies away. Like what? It's not. Doesn't make any damn sense.
Quick, Link, grab the master sword.
Alright, we got Ganon down. That will be a GG from rockchalk, and even with the pause for FPA, it's gonna be a sub 2 here, so very much a Jet Trials seed. Hopefully we will get at least one of the runners in here for an interview. I would totally understand if not both of them wanted to join, but
And Pokemon.
definitely a fun race to watch. And welcome in rockchalk. GG's, congratulations.
Hey, GG's. I'm just glad the 2 seeds that I played super late at night in this best of 3 were both really fast.
Yeah, I'm also glad. So how did you feel about that one?
I mean, I felt like it was pretty straightforward which was nice. Didn't have to do too much thinking, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like here in the comms booth, we were pretty much never at a point where we didn't know what your next move was gonna be. Like it was pretty straightforward. You just kind of do what the hints tell you to do or go to your next med. That's pretty much all there was to it, it seemed.
Yeah, pretty much. The Deku Path the Tower hint was really interesting because it told me that none of the strengths were strength locked, so I could kind of just ignore anything that was behind that, which honestly it didn't end up being much because I mean I had that strength 2 locked bomb bag initially, so I'm like, okay, that's a lot that I can probably ignore for the strength, but then I get 2 bomb bags back to back on 10 skulls and Zampe digging, so that didn't really turn out to be useful at all. So but it was good information, at least a little bit.
Well,
I
with
was a little bit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, with the spirit being a stone, it would only indicate that one of the strengths wasn't strength locked, right? Like at least one of the strengths wasn't strength locked.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, because you don't need strength 2 for spirit. Yeah, right.
But otherwise, yeah.
So, chat really needs to know, what does the JS stand for?
It's my initials in my name.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
See, that makes sense.
John Stamos, got it.
close enough.
Jump slash.
Dude, jump slash would be a really cool thing, but no,
Yep.
it's just my name.
Yeah, you should have said jump slash.
What else? I was really scared that Strike 3 was just gonna be nowhere and I would have to find it and it just wasn't hinted. But thankfully we got 3 Path of Towers. So that helped a lot with the trials items, especially since basically all the medallion items were pretty easy to find.
Yeah, were you thinking like you were gonna pull a mirror shield or a fire source or something stupid?
I was thinking about it when I was in GTG. I was like, if the only thing I get here is Mirror Shield or like Dins or something, I'm gonna feel real bad. Because then I just have to search anywhere for Hammer. And so I was really, really hoping I didn't have to pull that. But thankfully it was only Hammer. And then I was really sweating when I was going into the castle because I'm like, it's a 50-50 on if I can even beat this because I can do fire trial and water trial. I can't do spirit trial or forest trial, so hopefully I can beat the game. And then
Yeah.
thankfully I was able to. But I guess, well, I mean, I guess at that point it was kind of already decided that I was going to win, but it was more of like, I really don't want to have to go looking for these items right now. Just let me beat the game.
Yeah, like you just kind of want it to be over at that point, especially like when you're the only one on restream and there's just like hundreds of people watching. It's just you like poking around the overworld trying to find
we
some
never
dumb
saw
item.
we never saw Mirror, but Dens was Southern Remote Grotto, I believe.
Ooh, I was probably not getting that for a while if that was required.
Yeah, it was either Southern Remote or Open Grotto. It was somewhere in Hyrule Field.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there isn't too much to talk about with this seed. It was pretty straightforward. I'm really glad lights were on the way too. That was another item I was worried about.
Yeah, those were definitely nice to see because I mean, as far as like the confirmed trials went, it was like if there's nothing outstanding or like if we're not getting trolled by like a spirit or fire trial, then like we literally just have all the information we need to beat the game. So like seeing the lights was definitely really nice. Yeah, I really honestly can't think of anything to talk about with this seed. It was incredibly straightforward. Do you have any thoughts going forward into the second stage of brackets?
I mean, I've got Cola. He's been really good at season 7 so far, and I think he's one of the favorites to win it all, or at least get to the finals. So that's a tough round 2, but I think I can do it. I think I can win. So
Yeah, that's definitely a tough match, but it's
yeah,
definitely going to be some exciting races to watch. So
yeah, I'm excited. That's for sure.
But yeah, I don't really have any comments about the seed. It's kind of played itself.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we can probably wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks for the restream, you guys.
Hmm.
I was surprised like a day or two ago when I looked at the schedule and oh, this really, really late night race is getting restreamed. So that was really cool.
Yeah, you can always count on baseball to restream these races at
Yeah.
absurd hours.
I guess so.
And yeah, I'm really glad we got this put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. I'll start to take us out if that's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fun.
Yeah, I'm Pacific time, so this is actually fine for me. So weird times are perfect. The next stream, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Alexis versus Sponge Game 2 to answer your question. So yeah, join us for that. Should be a great one. I don't think this is a spoiler. Alexis is up 1-0, so gonna be really exciting. Sorry, Hyper 1 a.m. is a little bit too late for me. Yeah, thanks so much everyone for putting on this restream. I love doing restreams at this time, so thanks, rockchalk and Rushin for scheduling it this time. And of course, thank you for racing. GG's to both of you. Rushin, again, thank you for not cutting stream. I'm so grateful. I was like in tears that you didn't cut stream immediately. Just made the restream actually work. So thank you so much. And thank you to rockchalk and good luck in the next round. Of course, thank you to our commentators for staying up late. Drew, new IT guy, always a pleasure.
Mhm.
And thank you to Blue Roses for tracking with me, because tracking by myself and doing the restream would have been horrible. So thanks everyone. This was really great. And we'll see you tomorrow for Alexis versus Sponge. And that's all. Thanks. We'll see you next time.